Hello. Sorry for the delay. Getting messages coming in a lot at the last second there, so. Oh, okay. I think I've answered everybody. Kind of funny how that happens sometimes. Yeah, I just sitting here a few minutes ago relaxing and trying to get ready for this. I'm super mellow right now. You might be able to hear a bit of congestion in my voice. I spent the weekend in the country with my girlfriend, my partner, at my sister and brother-in-law's, and they have a beautiful home way out in the country, up on a hillside, in amongst the forest. And well, let's just say the ragweed, the pollen, the countryside, the hay across the street, because there's a farm across the street from them where they had bales of hay, along with probably to some degree, the cats. They have a couple of cats. Anyway, yeah, I was suffering for most of the weekend physically. But that being said, it was worth it because we really did enjoy ourselves. It was a wonderful time. It was good to see family. And my partner was eager to meet my sister and brother-in-law. So I'd say all in all, it went well. Let me just adjust my camera here. There we go. I don't know what went there. That was very strange. So, love you too, my darling. It's that. Oh, I'm so pissed off at Facebook. Telling me to start something I started already. I need to be serene, right? I'm supposed to be mellow and serene, but when my computer just starts giving me notifications to start things I've already started, it's really annoying because it's offsetting and I can't figure out how to shut off the stupid notifications, let alone the tone that it plays. I've got too many things on going at the moment, so trying to remember everything I need to do is, well, you know, I'm a little clumsy sometimes. Sorry, I just got something on my screen here I need to attend to. There we go. So, yeah. It's that time of the year, that strange time of the year when I feel anxious, oddly, and it's weird because I have no children, so I'm not sending anyone off to school, and I haven't been in school full time since 1986. You know, I've taken hundreds of courses and classes, and I did 2 years of college to do what I do, but that 2 years of college ended in 1999, so it's quite a long time ago. But oddly, get right back to it. The long and the short of it is I still have that anxious sort of feeling the night before, just a little one, but that anxious feeling the night before everybody heads back to school and back to work after summer vacation and send kids off to school. And I saw lots of friends sending their children off to university and getting them packed up and set up in dorms throughout the country. And I get oddly anxious about that too. And again, these are not my children. But I guess it's because, I'll use this I don't know if this fits appropriately, but I'll say childhood trauma sticks with you forever. And I wouldn't say that it was traumatic for me to go to the first day of school, but there was certain trauma involved in that. We moved every few years, so I went to how many different schools? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different schools. Yeah, 8 different schools in the 12-year program. So, yeah. I guess I still feel that sort of twinge of anxiety about the unknown. And the unknown is, well, it can be frightening at times. And although tomorrow, is just another work day for me, and, it's back to work after a 3-day weekend, which is, atypical at this time of the year. I don't have any anxiety about my job tomorrow. I know exactly what I have to do, and I have appointments and meetings lined up, and I'm okay with all of that. But I still get those butterflies thinking about the amount of traffic we'll see tomorrow, which again, I walk to work, so that won't directly affect me. Sorry, there's a motorcycle driving by. But I still feel that twinge of anxiety. And I think a lot of other people feel it too, but I could be wrong. There's also that feeling that you get that summer's over. And psychologically, for many, it is. And I think meteorologically, it also ends right about now. But the funny thing is, we're currently in a heat wave, and it's the hottest it's been all summer. So, throw the meteorological end of summer away. It's just the psychological end of summer. It's going to be hot until the end of September, quite honestly, I believe. And the first day of autumn doesn't begin until the 22nd. So, really, we've got some summer ahead of us still. But that autumn leaves feeling starts to come around this time of the year, right after that last long weekend of summer. And I know that many people feel the same sort of anxiety that I do. I need to do a breathing exercise, I think, later this week, a short 5-minute clip, because I'm feeling particularly anxious right now, and I guess it's just that old feeling that just never goes away, and I do associate it with the trauma of having to attend a new school every couple of years, being the new kid and the weird, strange kid from out of town. And because we were military, it's because we were military, we felt oftentimes we had to go to a school in the town or in the city that we lived in, and because there were no high schools on any of the bases I lived on for military kids. So not only were you a fish out of water, you were a fish out of water in a different part of the world. So it was always troubling. And I still feel that same old feeling, even though, it's been, 1986? It's 33 years? 36 years, what am I saying? 36 years since I last went full-time to school. But the same old feeling's still there. Oh, I always keep my head up, Alan, don't worry about that. It's the reason I've been able to live this long. Battling mental health issues such as depression and anxiety, and reaching the age of 55 means I'm planning to stay here a lot longer. At least I hope I do. I mean, that's not entirely up to me, right? There are things that are out of our control, out of our hands, the fates, if you will. But I want to be here for a long time. I finally have found my partner, my person, and I'm excited about it. But where we can go, what journey this life will take us on. Oh, thanks, man. No, 55 this summer. And I think we need to discuss the anxiety that we feel at this time of the year. Or maybe I just do. I certainly need to talk about it because, yeah, man, it's tough. And it's not even, nothing directly relates to me. I don't have kids. I haven't been to school in a long time. So a little bit of self-examination on why I would have those feelings. I guess it's just that, like you say, Andrew, muscle memory. The experience you felt, those butterflies that you have in your stomach, the nervous, anxious energy that comes along with it. I don't think it ever really goes away. Like I said, childhood trauma kind of sticks around, even if it wasn't even that traumatic. Mm. I hear you, plain power. Um, yes, nice people do get taken advantage of, unfortunately, and I've certainly been on the receiving end of that, but not this time. Not this time. I found my forever person, and I didn't think that was going to happen. But it's not what we came here to talk about. Sorry, I'm not trying to switch the subject. It's just that's not what I really wanted to discuss this evening. I find usually up to and at the end of the day tomorrow, I will be I'll be feeling fine. All of this nervous energy that I have this evening will be completely gone by the end of the day tomorrow, and I'll, just go back to normal. I remember when I would start a new school, it would be like that nervous energy, but then you'd meet some new people, and at the end of the day, you'd be like, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be okay. This is gonna be all right." But I didn't have any of the tools in the toolbox that I do have today for coping. None of the coping mechanisms, none of the breathing exercises, none of the thought pattern change methods you can use to reframe what you're thinking and what you're feeling. And those are things that I still am working on to try and improve upon and make better, and spending more time analyzing the situation that you're in, and not just thinking about the bad things, because the bad things will always jump into your mind when you have anxiety. But I'm thinking more about, you know, what is the situation? Okay, let's be pragmatic about it. And in my case, nothing's changed. I'm just going back to work at my regular job that I love and appreciate. I appreciate it because I love the folks that I work with and where I work, and how wonderful they have been to me since day one. Um, Always use more money though, right? Yeah, I'll be fine tomorrow. And I think when I wake up in the morning, actually, I'll probably be fine. I also, and share with me if you wish, I also find that if I do not get enough sleep, my anxiety really starts to peak. And although I went to bed at a decent hour last night, I tossed and turned, and I didn't sleep well. And I think largely to do with my allergies that have been literally kicking my butt the last 3 days. So I imagine tonight I'll have a wonderful evening's sleep and wake up feeling refreshed in the morning. At least, I certainly hope so. I have to have a few things to do early in the morning, and hopefully I can get those things done so the rest of my day falls into place. But time will tell. I have a few projects I have to take care of tomorrow too. But enough about that. I hope so, Miss Sadega. That I hope the kids can understand. It can be difficult starting and going back to school. Maybe it's a new chapter. Maybe you're starting the 8th grade. I don't know, or ninth grade. So you're entering into high school, or maybe you switch from elementary, from junior to I can't remember. It's been too long. What is elementary? 4th grade? 8th grade would be junior high. I don't know. It depends on where you live. I guess it depends on where you live in Canada. If you're watching or listening from Canada, that is, on what level you'd be starting at as a teenager. If you're in a large part of the country, high school starts in the 9th grade, and you're often known as minor niners in Ontario. Anyway, I don't know what they refer to in other provinces, because I was only a minor niner once, and that was here in Ottawa. That was a long time ago, 1983, I think it was. 83? 82, 83, yes. Yes, 83, 84, I was in the 10th grade. 84, 85 in the 11th, and 85, 86 in the 12th. Yes, I had to think about that. So, hi, Jasmine. Oh, first year of high school. Yeah, I can feel all those butterflies come back for that. It was the first time I ever took a bus to school. And it wasn't a school bus. We took city bus, Ottawa Carleton Transpo, OC Transpo, Ottawa's transit system, and it was quite far from where we lived. Actually, memory serves, it took about an hour to get to school every day and an hour to come home. And our first day of school, I remember it like it was tomorrow. Trying to be a little cheeky. And that first day, I was thankfully a couple of my buddies. Their parents enrolled them in the same school I was in, and so we all took the bus together, and that was good. These guys I'd known for a couple of years at this point. We played hockey together, and we were growing up together, if you want to call it growing up. Don't know if I've ever actually done that, to be honest, but we would take the bus, city bus, to school and get into class, and we were all in different classes. We weren't, it's the way it worked. There was 2,000 kids in the school. So I remember the very first class, an English class, first thing in the morning, they're like, if everybody could please stand up, tell us your name, what school you went to before this, and what do you hope to get out of this school year? I remember they did that in a lot of classes that I was in that day. And I do remember vividly that the 90% of the probably 95% of the kids that stood up and introduced themselves and said, "Oh, I went to this school," and everybody else said the same school. And I was one of, I think, two people in three classes, 3, 4, one of two, sometimes one of three people in all the classes that I attended that year that did not go to that other school. And they didn't understand what it was like for a military kid. They thought we slept in barracks. Like, no, we live in a house. They're like, are there curfews? Do you have to go to bed early? I'm like, no. We live in a house in a community. It's just on a military base. There's no super strict rules or anything like that. What television programs have you been watching? I remember having those conversations. And I remember once somebody said, "Oh, what part of the city do you live in?" And I said, "Uplands Base." And I don't know if it was because there was noise on the bus, and perhaps the individual was hard of hearing, or maybe I mumbled it, I don't remember, but they looked at me and said, "Up in space? What are you, man? You high right now?" I'm like, no, Uplands Base, Uplands Base, Uplands Base. Oh, the military base, right, the Army base. I'm like, no, it's an Air Force base. And my buddies were like, no, Paul, it's an Army base. I didn't know that because my father was Air Force. But yeah, it's an Army base. Weird, because it also had a large, hangar and runway. Anyway. But I do remember, like I said, that first day of school, the first day of high school, 9th grade. What's your name? What school did you go to? What do you hope to learn this year? Like, what do I hope to learn this year? I don't know. Honestly, that was my response. I don't know. Whatever you're going to teach me. What are your career ambitions? Like, I'm in the 9th grade, man. My career ambition is to make it to Friday in one piece so I can have fun and hang out with my friends, play hockey, I guess I was a little simple or simplistic. I don't know. Whenever I've been asked the question, what's your 5-year plan, or where do you see yourself in 5 years? My response is, well, hopefully I'm still alive. What kind of response is that? An honest one? There's no guarantees. Well, career-wise, where do you see yourself? Well, I hope I'm still employed. I guess the older you get, the more your ambition sort of slips away, to a degree. I could pursue other avenues in the line of work that I'm in right now and certainly earn more money, but I don't want to be working 60 hours a week doing that kind of work, number one. And number two, I'm old and tired, and, I like what I do right now. I help people every day, and I really enjoy that, and I take care of video conferencing equipment and audio equipment, and I enjoy it. And I don't need much more than that, to be honest with you. I don't want to pursue anything else, because if I have to start going back to school again to study something at 55 years of age, that's just not appealing to me. Do you understand that? Does anybody understand that? Also, there's that whole first day of school again. That would just kick my butt now, wouldn't it? So I hope those of you who have children who are starting maybe primary school, that's it, primary school, or elementary or high school, or children who are off to university for their first time, I hope they are feeling unlike what I'm feeling right now. I hope they don't have the anxiety that I have at this time every year. I hope they don't have that sense of worried panic about whatever comes new. And if you do, it's okay. It's fine. You will get through it. Remember to breathe through it. And remember to tell yourself, it's okay. Everything will be okay. I do realize that's easier said than done, and I have a lifetime of doing it. But I think it's sound advice. And I think it would help you along the way. So if you are feeling anxious or nervous, please share this with someone. Anybody you think who could use this little soothing chat as I try and bring you a sense of peace and relaxation by speaking in the calmest voice I can. So I was going to do some breathing exercises this evening, but I'm not really up to it. I'm terribly sorry. I'm quite stuffed up, so I don't think breathing exercises when you're congested is a very good idea, but that's just me. So I do hope wherever you are in this world, and whatever the tomorrow has in store for you, that you're able to figure out your way through it, work around it, get by it. And just remember that tomorrow is another day, and there'll be another one the day after that. If you have a hard time, squeeze your fists, take 10 deep cleansing breaths, and you'll be okay. Trust me. I know. I'm speaking from experience. And that is where I will leave you this evening. I am going to take my leave, take a nap. Actually, I'm going to go to bed because I'm very tired and I need some sleep because I don't want to be feeling like this anxious, charged up individual, you know? Because that's never fun. Okay. I will see you again next week. Actually, if I can get it together, I'll have a short meditation and a short breathing exercise later this week available on the, I think you have to join or something. I'm not sure how it works. I'm getting told by individuals that I need to create additional content. So I will do that. But this show, this 9:30 p.m. Monday time slot it's mine, and I'll continue to do it for as long as I can. So I hope to see you again soon. And you take care of yourself, okay? Bye.